Hey, welcome to my blog today. Thanks for checking us out. Today, I want us just to talk about the importance of reading and just some books that I would recommend to you as either a new Christian or just a Christian who's trying to grow deeper in their faith, or maybe even somebody who's just checking out the whole Christianity thing. The first book that I would recommend, it's not just a cliche thing to say just because I'm a pastor, but it's the Bible. If you don't pick up God's Word, you don't consume your life in God's Word and studying it, then you'll never really comprehend it. But the first book that I would ever recommend to somebody to read is the book of John, right out of the Bible. Now, if you're looking for a book to read that I'm going to recommend to you that's really not actually the Bible, for somebody who is seeking to grow deeper in their faith, they're already a follower of Christ, they just want to be a deeper disciple, the number one book that I would recommend to you is Desiring God by John Piper. I love the book Desiring God. It's the first really deep book that I ever read. I read it as a teenager. And this book has just some great insights as to how we should transition our lifestyle from being a life that seeks our own personal pleasure to a life that seeks the pleasure of God. John Piper describes his own worldview as being a Christian hedonist. Now, a hedonist, just somebody who's a regular hedonist, is somebody who every single decision they make is made with the ultimate result of bringing pleasure to themselves. Now, a Christian hedonist is somebody who makes a decision, and every decision they make leads back to bringing pleasure to God. And Piper goes through the scriptures describing that, about how God's sole purpose is ultimately to bring pleasure to himself, for him to be glorified. And I just really recommend that book to you. If you're looking into just the possibility of learning more about Christianity and you're not sure what direction to go, then I would recommend to you Lee Strobel's Case for Faith. And Lee Strobel really he's done it all. He used to be an atheist. He set out writing a deep series of articles for the Chicago Tribune to disprove Christianity, and as a result of it, he wound up becoming a follower of Christ himself. He actually researched himself into learning about Jesus from an historical, archaeological context, and I would definitely recommend that book to you as well. But make sure you start reading more in your life. I know that sometimes my wife Charity and I, instead of sitting down in the living room and just turning on the television, sometimes we'll just have nights where we just sit down and we just sit on the couch together and we read. And reading is just a key asset of being a leader. Leaders are readers, and it's also a key way for you to grow deeper in your faith. You can only learn so much from watching television, but if you read a book, you're able to pause and ponder a certain thought much more easily. You can mark in your book. I always have a highlighter and a pen next to me when I'm reading. And one of my reading routines is every night before I go to bed, I read 3 or 4 pages out of a systematic theology textbook, just so I can make sure that I understand the theology that I'm teaching every Wednesday, Sunday, and really every day as I go about meeting with people. But make sure you start reading more, and if you're looking to grow deeper, go with Desiring God. If you're looking to check into Christianity more, check out A Case for Faith, and of course, read the Bible. God bless. Keep on reading.